Surprise! Welcome to a live comic book editions. So, Thomas, who is Santa Claus's favorite singer?
I don't know.
That would be Elfish Presley.
No. It'd be fun
to have you spending some time on my channel tonight, and welcome again to this live comic book editions with my friend, whatever side you're on. Comics for Thomas. How you doing?
Good, brother. It'd be funny if you made that joke and then you came back and I was just gone. You just left there. Like the cats, you can still see the cats, but you're just
just gone.
I'm gonna take a timeout.
Yeah,
I'm here for 30 seconds.
It was funny. A few weeks ago when we were doing Fanboys Live, we had No Good Comics as our special guest. Yeah. And literally, I built up this great intro for him. And I said how excited I am. I've done streams with him on his channel before, and he's done this, and this. Let's welcome No Good Comics.
Yeah.
And literally, he lost connection at that very second.
No way.
He didn't even get a word in. He was gone.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Frig.
Yeah. So for those of you that are joining us and watching on the rewind, first of all, thank you for being here. We'll acknowledge the live chat as they roll in. Tonight, we're going to be unboxing an AOK that Thomas sent me that arrived recently. It says, handle with care, please. So we're going to see if they did. That's going to be the purpose of tonight's live unboxing. So I'm excited about that. In the meantime, we've had John's Comics with Kids. Here we do.
Oh, there you go.
Oops, fat fingers. So good to have you here, John. John, I hope that the package that I sent to you has arrived. So
hello, John.
Yeah. And like I said, as other folks pop in the live, we'll make sure to say hi to them. So how have you been? It's been a while since we've done a live together.
I know. I think that's the last, besides our pre-records, that's the last time I've been on any type of video, right? I'm not really doing my own videos or anything like that anymore. So things are good. Collecting a little different now, and I've kind of changed up the way I'm looking at my collection, trying to sell off a lot of stuff that I thought I wanted to collect, and then just been focusing on things that I still do. So it's been neat.
Yeah. So any type of specific examples that you can share?
I was putting together I don't know, I know that that I've started to put together the first volume of Black Panther.
Yeah,
but I was also putting together volume 5 and 6 or something like that, because I liked a couple covers. But then I really started to look at because a lot of these sets I'm collecting for the covers, or I love the first volumes of things like that. So I kind of was you know what, I really don't want, or Avengers Volume 4, liked a couple of covers. They were tied into Annihilation and stuff like that. And I was just I really don't want the entire run, but I'm still focusing on Avengers Volume 1 sub 100, which to me is going pretty well for what I've done, right? So it's just I'm slowly trying to move some of that stuff that I realize I don't necessarily want to have in 10 years.
Yep.
It's just get rid of it now and keep the covers that I love,
Mm-hmm.
or anything that's significant, right? So just that
makes sense. How did you do, or how are you doing with your goal list for 2022?
Well, I don't think I really had much of a goal list. It's funny because, and I'm actually taking a look right now. Mm-hmm. Because I kept my 2021 and my 2020 goal list just on a note in my phone. Yeah. And it seems just looking at it real quick, because I put little check marks in there, and I've really over the last year and a half have really chipped away at the 2021 and a couple of them off the 2020, but it just seems the 2021 books were never coming my way for the price that I wanted, and all of a sudden now we're into end of 2022, but those books are showing up. So I'm I guess I'm just waiting a year before I get them, right? So I think for 2022 is just more about really figuring out what I want my collection to look like.
Sure.
And then
never anything wrong with that.
Yeah. And then going into next year with a great start on it. Right. So,
yeah. Say hello to Ruben, who stopped by. Muabunga to you. Good sir. Hope you're doing well, and happy holidays.
Yeah. You did great on You always do well. So well on your list.
Yeah, I mean, right
Great
now,
focus.
the way that everything looks on my list, let me do a screen share. So does that show?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So right now, I'm one away from completing.
Yeah.
So
that's so good.
Yeah, and when I look back at that list, though, there's a couple books that I was even surprised that I ended up getting. You know, some were, and it's just the way that books roll sometimes. Sometimes the ones that you think are going to be the tougher ones to get aren't, and sometimes the ones that you think are going to be the tougher ones to get become easy. So books just come into your life when they feel like coming into your life. So
no, they really do, and like that's the thing. Like when I'm putting together like a list of kind of like what would I love to get right now. Like I like to put a couple of tough ones on there, you know, like probably wouldn't come my way. And then a lot of like, I know I'm probably going to get this if I really focus on it in the year, but sometimes that big one kind of slips its way in. You're like, do I just say no to all the rest and just focus on that big one? Right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We say meow to the sound effect king, the Jackson Roykirk. Thanks for stopping by and checking out our live tonight. Really appreciate you, and happy holidays to you too.
Yes, hello.
Yeah. So one book that, you know, I haven't officially compiled a 2023 goal list, but one book that was not on my radar at all for 2023 that's now on my radar. I think I'm going after the first appearance of Carol Danvers.
Oh, cool.
So I have her first appearance as Ms. Marvel.
Yeah.
But I'm talking her real first appearance, which is Marvel Superheroes 13.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Like I said, even if you would have asked me 4 months ago, I probably would have said, not planning on doing that. And now that definitely seems like that's going to be something I'm going to pick up in 2023.
Is that the one where it shows Captain Marvel like big and walking straight towards you, or is that the one where he's getting attacked by a giant?
He's getting attacked and he's flying.
That's right. And it's almost like a maroon reddish cover, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a nice cover.
Yeah, which is actually Captain Marvel's second appearance.
Okay, yeah. That's a great book.
Yeah,
100%.
So that I'm thinking about. I'm also thinking in 2023 I want to finish up a couple runs where I don't have many issues to finish up, such as Batman and the Outsiders / Adventures of the Outsiders. I don't have many issues to have that. I'm 2 issues away on Booster Gold from having the complete series. So why not just pick up those 2 issues that I missed?
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, Blue Devil is another title that I think I'm just a couple issues away. Yeah. So it's filling in stuff like that for me. I also wouldn't mind doing some Hawkman stuff. He had his own series starting in like 86, late 86, I think. Okay. And I've got some of those beginning issues, and it only lasted like 16 or 17 issues total. I probably have like 11 of them.
Which I love. I mean, a lot of the smaller volume ones, like the Nick Fury and the Warlock and Silver Surfer, like I love that they're 16, 17, 18 issues. It's like, even though like there can be keys in there, especially the Silver Surfer run, you can really bang out the non-key books pretty easily, you know, just finding the condition that you like, right? I love that type of collecting.
Yeah, exactly. So in a little bit, we're going to start unboxing the AOK you sent, but do you have any books that you want to show? Because I know as much as folks love looking at our lovely faces, they probably would be interested in seeing some books tonight.
No, for sure. I've got a good little stack here because, like I said, I'm not really doing any my own videos anymore. So I've just kind of been putting these aside because I knew at some point I'd be sending you that AOK. So I finally got that out. Okay, so these are kind of organized, kind of not. So I just picked up these 2 the other day. I just posted them on my Instagram. These 2 are Han Solo variants. So this is Han Solo issue number 3 variant.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a nice variant. There's only really 3 good covers in this entire run, and the 3 of them are variants, and I have 2 of them. The other one is a Stephanie Hans variant, which is really nice, but I had gifted it to my best friend Adam, so I'll get that again at some point. It's like a $3 book. It's super cheap. And this is an issue 2 variant.
Oh, nice.
Just great pictures of the Falcon, right? This is the only book that I have in my pull list right now because it doesn't seem to be a monthly. Like they take breaks, but it's that Dark Knights of Steel.
That's right.
Yeah.
Great cover too.
Yeah, this is issue 8. I actually haven't read this one, but like I've enjoyed it since the first issue. Can't even speak. Sorry. Really enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to like the rest of it coming out. But like I think this like there was like a 2-month span and I was like I don't even know if they canceled the series or what. And then all of a sudden it was in my list. I was like, all right,
Come out, yeah.
it's weird. Little Frozen action, Wonder Woman number 10.
Oh, you know, I approved that purchase. So
That's right.
Yeah.
Continuing on some Hot Lady covers. This is a Zenoscope. This is Red Agent number 4.
Nice.
Grim Fairy Tales number 123. This is a C cover. This is issue 113 C cover.
Oh,
That's
nice.
a cool one. Yeah. Again, these would be better if they were virgin variants, but this is I can't remember it's Mirka Andolfo's something. She always has her name at the front of her of her series, but that's a cool variant.
That's great. Yeah.
I don't think she's the one that did that cover, but just part of that run. This is Debbie, issue 1. I think this is the C cover.
I hadn't heard of that before.
Yeah, there was a couple of issues that I saw. I really liked the covers, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, there's only like 8 issues. I might as well collect them, right? So and here's actually issue number 7.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then issue number 8. I mean, you can pick them up for super cheap, right? I think that there might be a Frozen variant that actually got me like kind of hooked on it. So these ones I went down to the first time I've actually left my province because obviously I'm in Canada, so we're all provinces here. And since pre-pandemic, I went down about a month ago and I picked up a couple books at a comic shop that was down there. So these are some rare variants for this is limited to 500 for this is I believe Robin Hood, Robyn.
Yeah, I have heard of that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a cool cover. And then this one is limited to 500 as well. It doesn't say. I think it might be actually the same series. I could be wrong though. I just don't want to pull them out and see what. It was cool to see them because you don't see them around here. That's the thing. Like you know, if I'm getting like Zenoscope, like Grim Fairy Tales stuff like that, it's mostly online. You know, auctions and eBay and stuff like that. So. Michael Turner's Fathom, number 1.
Oh, nice.
This is it's a C cover, and actually there's number 1. Okay, that's a cool looking book.
Yeah,
this one was really cool. So these two I had seen, and I barely ever seen them. All of a sudden they came up in an auction. It's called REM, REM, and then it has 2 dots and then 8. This is issue number 6. This is a variant. That's really nice.
I mean, there's big Wonder Woman vibes there with that costume.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is issue number 1. This is a variant. I love this one. I love the colors in it.
Yeah, that's great.
It almost has a Christmas feel when you first look at it. It almost looks like snow, just like lit up. Really, really nice. While I was down there, actually, there was one of the shops. They have like a lot of indie books, which is great for me because you know I love my indie. Yep. So some Lady Mechanica. I'm not gonna name all the runs because like the runs are only the 4 issues. But there's just like little different variants and stuff like that. And like you've said, you and I have talked about before, they're very portrait style.
Yes.
I am a big fan of.
So that's a period book, right? Like it takes place in time.
I would put it like in a time of like Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
Like that style, you know, like. And then obviously with the mechanical portion.
That's nice.
And then this one. That's a cool one.
Yeah.
This book here is pretty awesome. It's I can't remember what the name of the book is, but it's like a Clint Eastwood like zombie variant.
Oh, nice.
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
First time I saw that, I was like, oh, I need to have that.
That is cool. It's unique. You don't see books like that.
His face.
Yeah.
The cigar with like the gap in the tooth.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty good.
We'll say hello to Geek Out with Roscoe. Hey, Roscoe, thanks for checking us out.
Hey.
Happy holidays to you.
I think it actually might be like the man with no face or something. Like I also like the detail on the gun. Well, I'm holding this the wrong way. Look at the gun in the holster.
Oh yeah.
It's really, really nice. Little cat action. This is You Promised Me Darkness. This is #1 variant.
Yep.
Got to get the cats in there. And then, sorry, I'm flying through these, but it's a pretty big stack, right? So
Roscoe is asking you the question that I think that you forgot the name of, right?
I'm gonna pop it out real quick, actually. This is it's The Man with No Name, The Good, the Bad, and the Uglier. That's amazing.
Okay.
It's The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, right?
Yeah.
That is pretty awesome.
That's issue 1?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Vision
62 Lefty Blues. Thanks for stopping by. He has shown some Wonder Woman already.
Where's the Wonder Woman? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's more. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe it's an AOK. Here's Vision #11. This is one of those runs where there was only 12 issues. I loved it's one of the only runs that like I've read like digitally and was like, I liked this so much that I want to collect the issues. Plus it was only 12 issues. I only need issue #5.
Yeah.
I'm just not willing to pay like where I'm at. Like I can get it for like $5, but have to pay like $25 to get it shipped here for some reason. It's just, there's not a lot of them on eBay, and I'm really good at finding them in like my Facebook auctions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen some, but just the ones that I
doesn't
find
come
in the wild are the ones you already have.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's actually that run. If anyone's ever looking at like loves variants, there's actually some really great variant covers in that run that I would like to get as well. There's a Ryan Sook variant that's just ridiculous, but it's like super limited. So it's like you're not gonna overpay because like you're paying for the quality of what you're seeing.
Yeah,
but I'm just not willing to pay it. Does that make sense? Speaking about like how you're saying about filling, like just starting to fill those small runs that you kind of been working on. Make sure you wrap your lasso around that like button.
Thank you.
So like just filling in those ones that you've been working on for a while. I've been slowly just chipping away at anything in regards to Annihilation. And I'm getting really
cover. Oh,
it's so nice. And there's some really, really, really great covers in like that entire run and all of the like the little side runs and stuff like that. And I don't have them, but I've bought a lot of them now and just like have them on hold with guys, little hold piles. So I'm pretty happy about that because I really, really like loved reading it, like the Annihilation saga as well. So this is Silver Surfer #9. I can't remember what volume. I feel like it's volume 4.
That's cool.
It is
cool very cover. Interesting to use the reds the way that they did on that cover.
Yeah, it looks like well, obviously it's because he's hitting the atmosphere, but it almost looks like it's like blood spraying, you know?
Yeah.
It's like pretty cool. Here's a quick little one. So at the Coins and Collectibles shop that's near my place that I constantly like get a lot of good books at, he had almost the full little run here of the Wolverine Old Man Logan. So I have issue 66, which is his first appearance, and I didn't have any others, but he had 67.
Yep.
68. All in really nice condition too. Number 69. And he didn't have number 70, so all I need to do is just find number 70 kind of in the wild. Great SS cover, yes, I agree. Geek Out with Roscoe. 71. Cool one. And then 72, which I really, really like.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a good one. Let's see, a couple more books. So here's some. We're getting into the real goodies here. I used to have Black Panther #1, like for volume 1. I had it in a CGC. I don't know, like a 7.0. I had sold it a few years ago or whatever. But my LCS, because I knew I could always like get it again. Obviously, the price was going to rise when the movies came out, but you just wait, right? So, but they had issues number 1 and number 2, which kind of got me into like, hey, I want to collect that run finally because it's only 15 issues. So I got number 1 again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they had it on for a great price. My LCS is pretty good with.
I don't have that book, but I have the True Believers.
Okay, yeah.
Of it.
And then they had number 2 as well, so I just grabbed them.
Oh, wow.
So I think I have like 5 or 6 issues of that run. Like it's a super short run, and there's almost no keys at all, so it's not going to be hard to do. This is kind of like a mid-grade. There is a bit of a crease down the middle, but this is Strange Tales 146. This is first AIM. Oh,
nice.
Yeah, my buddy Josh.
That's a cool cover.
I had actually forgot that I had bought it from my buddy Josh, and he was like, "Hey, do you like? I'm going to bring that book over to you." I'm like, "What book?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah, I forgot." He said he would put it aside for me, so yeah, nice. Cool Doctor Strange cover, right? So
yeah.
And then another book that I had graded that I sold, well, it was a little heat to it, and I'm sure there's heat to it again. Is I got the raw copy again. Is Thor 166. Which is the second appearance of him, I think, or third. Yeah. And just a great cover. Yeah. Because I think I had it in like a 7.0 as well. And then it kind of blew up a little bit. So I was like, oh, I'm going to sell that right now and then just get a raw cover or a raw copy when I can. Let's see. This is Avengers 44.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah, chipping away at that sub 100. I know that there's another cover in the run, like I think like 46 or something like that. It's very similar. Has a bunch of characters on the front as well. So I remember when I saw it, I was like, I thought I had it already because you're used to seeing these covers and you're looking for what you need, right?
Take care, Roscoe. Thanks for stopping in. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays. And also the spine on this isn't as great as I thought it would be, but this is issue 99 as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it is like for me, I'm still happy with it, but it is something like maybe I would upgrade at some point. But
I remember you and I were talking about 99 a few months ago because we had a copy of it at the store.
That's right.
And we both were saying that that's just for whatever reason. You just don't see that one very much. You don't see people post it. You just don't see it in the wild.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I don't remember the significance of this book, but I got it from the Coins and Collectibles shop as well. It's Fantasy Masterpieces number 11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I feel I'll have to check like when you're opening your AOK. I feel like there is like a minor first appearance, but I always just kind of like the cover.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with that cover at all. Actually, I'm not even really that familiar with that title. I mean,
at the top it says from the Golden Age of Marvel Fantasy Masterpieces, but I think it's like
that's cool. Yeah, it's a great cover
or something. Yeah, it's cool, right? So, some Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is issue number 15.
Nice.
This is the first appearance of like this version of a bull. It's like a different bullseye or something like that. And like this and the next issue, like I have this entire run now. I've just been slowly like the guys that I have the copies on hold with. I'm like kind of like, hey, I'd like to get that sent because I'd like to have them all in in my home now, right? So same with like Warlock. As soon as I bought the last one, I started reaching out to everybody who had Warlock books for me, right? So a little faded, but still a great cover. Got
That's
a good
iconic.
Price. Yeah,
that's so iconic.
Issue number 4. Just like it's like browning and stuff around the edges and stuff, but definitely probably in a smoke-filled home at some point, right? So but happy to have that run. It also.
So how many do you have left to get in that run?
No, I have it.
You have it all. Okay.
Yeah. So that and Warlock I had finished off. So 3 books left. This is Captain America 119.
That's
with
awesome.
The cap. Yeah, with the caps, I'm putting together like the first I'm gonna try to put together like the first 25 or something like that, starting at 100. Obviously, some of the 100 and 104 stuff like that. Those are a little bigger books. Not 104, but 100 something. And a book that I thought I had and then didn't have, and then it worked out and it didn't work out. Is Silver Surfer number 14.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, remember I had got this from a guy. Like he was a guy that I know that I bought comics from before, and he put it aside for me. And then he realized that he like shipped it to the wrong person or something like that. And I was like, no worries about it. He was going to give me my money back. And he's like, well, what other books in the run are you looking for? And I was like, well, I'm only looking for the two big ones, number 3 and number 4. And he had a number 3, and he gave me like a super good price on the number 3. I probably should have brought it out because I think I haven't actually shown it online. And then we just kind of worked it out for a really good price because he felt horrible. And I was like, man, just send me my money back, no problem. But then 14 came up like, a couple weeks ago that another guy had it. So I was like, sweet. So now I only need issue number 4 for that run. Yeah.
The big one.
The big one. Yeah. So not rushing out to get it anytime soon. And then the last book is a CGC 3.5 of Fantastic Four, number 45, the first Inhumans.
I love that.
Yeah.
I just love that.
I was really happy to get this in my collection. So, and I had 46. I don't have 46 now, but I am going to get 46 again. There's definitely some early Fantastic Four that I would love to get my hands on. Like one of my grails is 52, right? First Black Panther would be phenomenal to get, but not anytime soon.
So that book that you showed, that FF book that you showed, and this was several years ago, but there was a raw copy of that at a Half Price Books that I would frequent. And it was there for about a year to a year and a half or so. And I always wanted it, but it just was beyond my, even with the sales. And they occasionally, like twice a year, they have like really good big sales. Yeah. It's still, even with the sales, was just not at the price that I was comfortable with. So, and it's long gone now. But yeah, one of the books I had a chance at, and it just financially didn't work out. So
no, the one that got away. I'm going to turn my heat down. So 1 second.
Okay, awesome. And while you are doing that, I will remind everyone. I know the holidays are almost here. There isn't a lot of time left to get gifts, but you always can do an IOU on Female Force Loretta Lynn. It's available now. I'm doing a commercial, Thomas.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So
make yourself big.
It is available now wherever you get books. It's available on Kindle. It's available on the Comicsology app as well. Check it out sometime. It's been fun. I had a pretty big stack of books that I was signing recently too, and getting mailed out to some folks that wanted some signed copies. So that was kind of fun. And I always try to put a different song lyric of hers or song title of hers somewhere with my autograph to kind of make it unique. So
that's awesome. I didn't know it was on Comicsology.
It is on Comicsology and
cool.
Kindle and eBay and anywhere that you buy books. So worldwide, I should add too. And while I'm showing some country music love, I'm wearing my vintage Barbara Mandrell sweatshirt. Not only because it's 15 degrees Fahrenheit here currently, that's -8 Celsius, but her birthday is coming up on the 25th, on Christmas Day. So I'm wearing that to show some support and some love.
Nice.
So, awesome. So I guess we're at the point where we can start popping open this bad boy.
Yes.
Cool. So I'm always very good about not looking at the customs form, so I ripped that sucker off. I ripped it off pretty good too. I even got part of the cardboard.
Oh yeah.
So
it arrived a lot faster than I thought it would too.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was here pretty quick.
Yeah.
Especially because I remember I looked at the tracking one day on a Sunday and it said it was in New York, and I had it the next day.
Oh, geez.
And I went, wow.
Yeah.
That flew from New York to the Midwest.
It's funny what a year makes, right?
Yeah.
Last year it would take forever and probably get lost.
Yeah. So I've cut the edges just to save some time, but I haven't actually opened it up yet.
Cool.
So we're going to get started now if that sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Make yourself big though.
Okay. Yeah, I will. Let's see.
I'm trying to think of what was in there as well. It's funny because they just packaged it up like not long ago, and I'm already like, what was in there?
The only thing
I
that
remember a couple things.
I know that there's one book that I bought that I assume is in here.
Oh yeah.
So, and there might, I don't know if I have more books or not. If there's more books that I bought that you hold on to, I've forgotten what they are.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, there's something in there that you wanted me to get, if you remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on. There we go. Made sure to put lots of green tape on there for you because I know you love it.
So I assume I'm starting here is book number one.
Yes. But on the back,
Mm-hmm.
trying to remember if start to flip up the back towards the camera a little bit and see if I can see.
Yeah,
anything.
I'm not looking.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So the back, like once you get the tape off, just pull the back one out and you'll understand what I mean.
Pull the back one out first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the very very bottom one, you'll understand what I meant by getting.
Which everyone at home has seen it already. I haven't. So
right?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's two sections.
Yeah, but the very very bottom.
The very back one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see it.
And then you flip it over because I sent two just in case one gets damaged.
Yes. So for those that are wondering, and as 62 Lefty Blue said, where's the Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
She's right here. So this was this was when I sent you to the grocery store and asked you to get some oatmeal, because Wonder Woman oatmeal is only available in Canada. So, hey, Tony, how you doing? Happy holidays. Thanks for stopping in.
And the thing was, like, when I bought them, I think they were like on sale with like 3 for something. So it was like a Batman and two Wonder Woman. But the cool part is too, is that like I volunteer like through my work at a men's shelter. And we actually brought all the oatmeal to them as well. So it went to a good place. Yeah. So everything was, I like oatmeal. I just had some. So I was like, you know, I'm just going to donate this stuff. So
that's awesome. Yes. I had forgotten about this, but completely makes sense. I remember now that I see it. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah, and hi to Super Russ 9000. Happy holidays to you, my friend.
Hey, Super Russ.
So yeah, that's cool. Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and that's an interesting image too. I think that must be one of their new licensing images, because I haven't seen this image used a whole lot anywhere else.
That's cool.
Yeah. I saw some type of hot breakfast cereal. I don't know if it was oatmeal or not in the store recently. One was Batman, and on the flip side, it was Batgirl, and one was Superman, and on the flip side was Supergirl, but no Wonder Woman on it. So awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, if you ever see like anything that's just in Canada, just tell me. I'll just
for it. All right, I'm going to start with some books.
And that goes for anybody in the chat as well. You ever see something in Canada, just let me know. I'll take a look and see if I can find it for you.
All right.
So, so like you have the top package first, though, right?
I have,
Yeah, okay.
Yep. So, book number 1.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, yeah, X-Men 219,
right.
which is awesome. I don't have that.
Yeah.
I have some X-Men. I'm so close to completing a 100 plus issue run of X-Men that will run, I think I think it was running from, with the exception of like 2 or 3 issues that I'm only missing. is running from 113. Well, it was running to 218. Now it's running to 219.
That's right.
So that's awesome.
Good.
Yep. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's convenient too that we have like each other's CLZs, so I can just like go in. And
Yep. You just pop in and
Easy peasy.
oh yeah, I was perusing yours the other day.
The nice part is too, you probably noticed that mine's cut down a lot though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it did look a little trimmed.
I did. I basically, like, when I was kind of figuring out what I don't want to collect anymore, I just started removing them. Like, if it's not in there, I don't want it in my collection right now. Not that I hate the book. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to try to move that stuff. And then really, so what you kind of see in there is like what I'm focused on currently, right? So.
Yep. Tony, I'll look in a minute and figure out which one or which ones I'm missing there. It might be like one issue right now in that 100 plus run. And it's like in the 160s, I think. So I think. Yay! 224.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, as of when I bought these, obviously you didn't have them. If you
no, I
picked them
still
up
don't.
since. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I still don't.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm a Havoc fan too. The more I read of Havoc, the more I like this character.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
What is great about this, I almost bought this a couple of weeks ago. Almost. And I put it back.
Nice.
Yes, and I'm glad I did now. So this is 220.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Great book. Oh, I'm not familiar with this cover. 285. Portal's End. John would like that storm cover there.
Yeah, you can tell the art's changed though by then a little bit.
Oh yeah,
right?
absolutely,
so,
you can tell. Yeah,
big difference. Not to me, like not as good as the previous ones, but also those ones aren't as good as the previous before that, right?
Too, yeah,
so it's this like down and then comes kind of back up with the way art is now, right? So,
yep, that's awesome.
There's any others? Okay, yeah.
I don't have this.
Yeah, have you ever? I had never heard of these before.
I have a few, but I don't have this one.
Okay, good, because they're a little tricky to find in the CLZ as well. I was like, man, like, does he have
these? Became pretty collectible too in the last several years.
Okay,
something about that big foil stamp. They did these in the year 2000. DC did Millennium books, and they picked some of their biggest stories to reprint.
Okay,
and they did. What's interesting is just this week. Yesterday, maybe they released a regular facsimile of this as well in comics.
Okay,
yeah.
I've always liked that cover too.
I have too. Some trivia for you on this cover. Believe it or not, this cover is the first time Aquaman was ever on a cover. He had been around since the late 30s or no, maybe early 40s. And he didn't make it on a cover until the 1960s.
That's crazy.
And it was this cover.
Yeah.
There also is a Funko Pop set of this, recreating this.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's a Walmart exclusive, which I want to get my hands on.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, someday, if I could get the original,
yes,
I'd be a pretty happy camper.
They're like, this is going to be a placeholder, that and the facsimile.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, my presser, actually, because I helped sell some of his books or whatever, he had dropped that off. And I was like, what the heck?
Oh,
is
nice.
This? So I just put it aside because he doesn't have a lot of DC. So when he does, I put it aside, check if you have it first. And then if you do, then I try to sell it for him. Right. So
no, I love that. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, another one I don't have. The book that started it all.
Yeah. Yeah, he just had the two of them, so I was like, they're pretty iconic covers too. So
yeah, which is awesome because I didn't have either one. So
yeah, I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, obviously I have like the Wonder Woman related ones, and I think that's it. So
and it's nice too. Like I mean, an AOK is an AOK, but it's cool when like I can like those X-Men books. you can find. I've never seen these ones. You could find those X-Men books, but like these ones, I'm like, what are these? Like I actually was like, this is going to be cool if he doesn't have them and I can send them to him, right? So that's a really fun part about buying someone else's books.
What I also remember about this line, this Millennium line, and this book specifically, remember, this is the year 2000 that they did these. I do remember seeing this book and a few others in that Millennium line in a grocery store spinner rack.
Okay.
Which, remember, in the year 2000, you didn't see comic books that much anymore in grocery stores.
No, not at all.
It was towards the end of them being in the grocery stores.
Yeah.
And I do remember seeing that. I didn't get it, but I remember seeing it there because I was surprised that they had them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Another Alex Ross variant that I don't have. Hey, how you doing? Happy holidays. Thanks for stopping in, Library Comics.
Hello, library.
I'm opening up an AOK that Comics4Thomas had sent me. So yeah, I'm working on the Timeless run. Whatever ones I can get whenever I can get them. Don't have this one. This is some of the time, all the Timeless covers are pretty much awesome, but some are a little bit more than others. I really like this one.
Yeah, it is a good one. The blue is really, really nice. It's like a nice shade of blue, I guess you could call it.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Black Panther one, which is really nice. And I have the Silver Surfer one, which is probably one of my favorites. It's also a first appearance of somebody that Fantastic Four fought. So it's got some value, some minor value to it, but still value.
That's awesome. I don't even know what book it is. I just know that it's a great cover. So
yeah, I know, right? That's the thing. Like I'm always like, okay, what even cover is this? I always got to check them, right? So
yeah, awesome. Okay, that looks like I got through the first stack.
Sweet.
So we've still got some more books to go through. I'm going to get started now.
Yes, sir. That was my buddy Josh as well. So when he was like, hey, I have that whatever book I had shown. Oh, yeah, the first AIM. I had forgot that I had put that aside too. Because he does auctions too and like in this Facebook group. But like a lot of times, like I'll just reach out to him and be like, hey man, just throw it aside for me, because a lot of times we're not sending each other money right away because we live in the same city, like we know each other, right? So it's like we kind of work it out, almost like trading without trading, right? So I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I got this too. Friggin' right. So
yeah,
because they were like,
this might be a small key.
Oh, sweet. I've never actually taken a look. What number was it again?
This is 92.
92. Yeah.
Which I have to say how much I love this era of Daredevil. I never had a lot of Daredevil growing up. And it was just a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I bought one of the Daredevils that had Black Widow in it. And I thought, I wonder if I would like this run. And I read it and the book was so good. So I got another one and I read that and that was so good. Then I got another one and that was so good. So I haven't had bad luck with these books. I just wish I would have gotten them earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've sent you like 3 or 4. Like as soon as you like mentioned them, it's like they're probably in front of my face the whole time, but I just wasn't paying attention. But then I see Black Widow, I'm like, oh, he probably needs that one. So that's the first appearance of Damon Duran, the Indestructible Man.
Okay, awesome.
No, that's cool.
But I just even for me, these stories really hold up.
Yeah. And
I just get so much. I think the art is really good. The art is what I enjoy, but the stories themselves are good. I think this run doesn't get as much attention as it probably should.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
So, I love that. I'm so happy with that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I think if you look up there, what they're using, the artwork here for her, that's pretty interesting. I'm not as familiar with that image.
No.
Cool.
See that image? I'm looking at it better here. Yeah, she's got like because her wristband or whatever is shooting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
All right, let's see what's next. Oh, I am a sucker for great Scarlet Witch covers.
Yeah.
I've always wanted this book.
I remember when I got it,
I was pretty like, oh my
like,
god.
oh, I've always loved that cover, and of course it came to me like, a month later, came across my path again, and for cheap, and I was like, yep, grabbing it. So
Oh, I'm so glad you did. This is Avengers 81.
yeah.
Oh, I am stoked. I'm probably going to tell you this is going to be my read tonight.
Yeah,
I haven't even
freaking
seen
right.
everything else, but this is probably going to be my read tonight.
Damn right.
So, oh, yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. And it's a nice condition too, like though it's white.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Oh,
pretty
awesome.
happy with it. It's quite clean. There it is.
Now, this book, in all fairness, I knew was coming.
Yeah.
Because I bought this book and then you were able to get it pressed and clean for me.
Yeah.
So, oh,
Yes.
I've wanted this book for quite some time. And if you might remember earlier when I was talking about my 2022 goal list, there was one book left to get, which was this book, which means
You're completed.
goal list
Yeah.
completed.
Yeah, you just happen to have that in your pocket, eh? That completed.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
happen to have that there.
It's fine. No big deal.
This book, though, look at how white that is.
Yeah.
You don't see this book,
Super clean.
yeah, clean like that.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm stoked. It's not Medusa's first appearance, but it often gets mistaken for it because I think the cover is just so iconic.
Well, it's the hair. The hair it looks just awesome on the book. Stands out the most. Like Spider-Man doesn't look like great. It's strong, but like she looks fantastic.
Yeah. Yep, Chad agrees. He likes the cover. So I've said this for a while. I mean, there's a lot of Spider-Man books that I want to get and work on in my collection. Maybe the next one, because you were awesome earlier this year and you got me the first Cloak and Dagger, which was a book that I really wanted.
Which I actually want. It's one of those covers that you've gotten me like more interested in. Same with that Hulk that I bought recently. That I think it's at the post office. I like when I got it for you and I was just looking at it and I was going, I like this. Like I would like to have it on my collection, and I like that Cloak and Dagger as well. I just like the way like the cloak and then the dagger or whatever. It's good.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen her without red hair. I wonder if they chose that color to contrast Spider-Man red. Probably.
That's actually a really great point. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a great point.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that either.
No.
But yeah, you're right.
Because it would look.
It would have
to.
Much.
You'd have to put. She wouldn't be able to tangle them up probably, or she'd have to have him like in the air, and he's really small, so you can shade the reds differently. Yeah, that's a really really good point.
So probably the next Spider-Man book that I want, and I'm not sure if I always say I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it or not. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get this book or not. I think it's ASM. Is it 86, which is the first Black Widow in her black costume, the costume that we know her for.
That's the one with like it has a silhouette. Silhouette in the background. Yeah, I'm always looking for that one because I saved a picture of it when you had sent it to me before, because you said if I come across it, and I haven't. Crazy enough, like in all the Facebook, like I'm always looking at stuff. I'm like, I'm surprised I have not come across this book, even if it was overpriced. And then we said we don't want it. I haven't even had a chance to even say to you it's come across. Like wow.
So I don't know if I'm chasing that next year or not. I'll chase something Spider-Man for sure, but that is a book I want. But right now I'm just going to bask in the moment that I finally have this book, because I've wanted this since I was a childhood collector.
Yeah.
So
I apologize if I'm looking at my phone.
No, you're fine.
So
yeah. And as I said, completed the 2022 goal list. So yes. Hey, Kenneth Bird, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. I'm opening up an AOK that Comics4Thomas sent. Got a few books left, and I'll do a quick recap at the end too. So,
how many books are left there? I'm just trying to think of what else
looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like 4.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So here we go. Oh yes.
I've had that one for a while. Like when I first started putting together another AOK for you.
Yep.
Yeah, because I was like, I hate this cover because it's freaking floating heads. But it's like, I guess I don't hate the cover because it's like not floating heads. They almost kind of look like stamps or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like that classic floating head that I despise so much. So
this is in great shape too for a Silver Age.
Yeah, really, really good shape. It was at the Coins and Collectible shop.
Oh,
and
nice.
He has like he doesn't have a lot of Justice League, and a lot of them are like really like low grade and stuff like that. Like not early ones either. And I just was like flipping through some of the stuff. I was like, oh, grab that, put it aside. It's like, okay. And then I checked to see if you have it. Of course you didn't. So it's sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now I've read this story because when I got that, which was on my goal list earlier this year, that oversized Super Friends treasury. There actually wasn't a Super Friends comic book at that time that they did the treasury. The comic book came after the treasury.
Right.
So they reprinted some Justice League stories in there with a couple original pages to bookmark everything together.
Okay.
This is one of the stories that they reprinted inside.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, this story was really good. Now there's some Silver Age out there, especially Justice League, where this story was actually really good.
Perfect. Merry Christmas, library. Yeah, I don't know if we said that or not, but
yeah, Merry Christmas, Chad. Yeah, Russ has got this one in his collection, so I'm whittling away on those JLAs that I need.
Yeah, it's funny because like your JLAs and then on the Avengers, we're just chipping away when we can get our hands on them for a reasonable price.
That's awesome because I had not got. This is one that it must be a regional thing. I don't see this one very often where I'm at.
Yeah, 100%.
So, awesome.
3 books left.
Yep,
I can't remember what. I can remember what 2 of them are. I can't remember what the third one is.
We'll see if this is the one you remember then.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
I've always wanted this book.
So that's it's the third appearance of her, right?
But look at the cover. That's one of the best covers she's ever had.
Yeah. My presser had it. And again, he doesn't have a lot of DC. He just happened to have a couple of cool DC books. And I checked right away and I was like, okay, he doesn't have it. I'm going to put this aside right away.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool book.
Now this one out of everything has probably floored me the most.
The green in the Green Lantern.
In terms of, I just didn't see this one coming.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I knew that you knew that I was working on Justice League. You knew I was working on Daredevil. And that's awesome. But this, I'm stoked. For those that are wondering, this is issue 41, and it is Star Sapphire's third appearance. But I think it's one of her best covers of all time.
That's right. That's what it is. Oh yeah, it's not the third version of her. It's just her third appearance.
Yeah,
that's right. Okay, yeah. I remember looking at the key because he had. I think is it written on the back?
No, there's nothing
okay,
on
so
the back.
like he'll write on the bag and boards in pencil. If it's key or whatever, but he just had sent it. I was like, oh, okay, what's this? Like, I bet you Lasso doesn't have this.
No, I love that. Oh, stoked. Sweet, thank you. That's the one you forgot then?
It is, yeah.
Okay, we've got 2 left, and we'll do a recap. Here we go. Oh, look at that!
That's a fun
You found
one,
a comic reader.
Yeah.
That's awesome, which is comic reader 206.
Yep.
I normally wouldn't open it up. I got to see who's on the back cover.
Yeah.
What I love most about comic readers is most of this artwork you don't find anywhere else. It was exclusive to them most of the time. We'll find out together who's on the back cover. Oh, look at that. Look at that Batman.
Batman action, yeah. It's funny that you mentioned that because I had forgot to check. Because I bought it like in that actual bag and board too, right? So,
oh, okay.
That's
cool. That's awesome. And that's what I love most about the comic readers is the artwork on the front and the back, which, like I said, most of the time you couldn't find anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's sweet. So this is 1982. So there'd be, my hair's all over the place. There'd be a lot of books that are in my personal PC that I'm sure are solicited or talked about as upcoming new issues.
Does it say the month on that? I never looked.
November.
Okay. I was born in 82, but I'm a February.
Okay.
Birthday.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
I'm surprised you found those. I guess in a way I'm kind of surprised because comic readers seem to be a pocket thing.
They really are.
Now, they were published out of Wisconsin, which I live in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So when I see them in the Midwest, that doesn't surprise me so much.
Yeah.
But there are other people that have been like, I've never seen one of those in my life in person.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the first one I saw was only a couple of years ago. I think I had sent you one or something like that. And I was like, I don't even know what this thing is. It just had someone on it, right? So,
yep.
So this last book, I don't know how it's packaged there, but
it looks like a bag. It looks like it's bagged and boarded inside another bag.
Inside of it, yeah, because I think like I used a magazine, not a magazine style, but whatever, a bigger one. So this thing it's a little bit lower grade, I believe. It might have a tear or something like that, but I was like, I really want to get this and I really want to send it to him. So hopefully it's
okay. Now I got a feeling if I flip this up, I'm not going to see it because it's going to be the board.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so let me flip it up and not see it because I
start to slowly flip. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I don't
So-
remember. Yeah, so like which I think what it is that if you take the green off and you pull out, but like don't show us, then you should be able to flip it up and
Let's see. I gotta take the bag out first and then the green.
yeah. But maybe like close your eyes if you start to see.
All right. If I see anything, I'll. Okay, I'm not looking. Now, I'm sure if I flip this up, I'm going to see it. All right. I have no idea. I can only see the bottom, and it looks old.
Yeah.
I see like this much of the pages on the bottom, but I can't. Okay, we're going to do it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no way. Oh, it's 52. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I can guarantee I've never read this story.
I feel like we've talked about this book recently.
I don't know. I don't remember talking about this. I mean, anything Golden Age Wonder Woman with me.
Yeah. There was a Wonder Woman something. I don't know. I was like, I felt like this is the one we talked about. It could have been a different one where there was a giant in the picture.
There was issue 100, which I was chasing for a while, which I did get has a giant.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably it. So.
Yep.
But
that is so awesome. Thank you so much for thinking of me on this. And lower grade doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that I have
is a price tag on there? I can't even remember. Like I did.
No, it looks like it's peeled off.
Okay, yeah, for sure. That was at that. There was a local comic expo or whatever in the city, an hour away from here, and I was like, no way, and it was a great price too, and I was like, holy frick.
So this probably, I'm trying to think. This might be my second oldest Wonder Woman, maybe. All my CLZ. Well, I could pop up a CLZ
I was gonna
here.
say, yeah.
Let me look here on my CLZ and.
Problem is like the size of it was like I was like, how do I hide this book?
Yeah,
I'm like trying to figure out like, do I use a magazine style over it and stuff like that? But I'm like, I need everything to fit in the box. Like, how do I freaking get this thing right? And I was like, well, maybe I'll just wrap it up, like put it in like Christmas wrap or something, like something. Like, holy frig.
Oh man. Okay, I'm pulling it up.
But like, I'm pretty sure like towards the right bottom, there's a tear. And you can barely even see it. But like if you take the book out, like you'll see like the tear on the cover or something like that.
Sure.
But I was like, it's like I don't care. That thing could have a hole in the middle of it. Like it's a sub 100. Like
this is I'm looking on CLZ right now. This is my second oldest Wonder Woman of the Wonder Woman title.
Awesome.
Now I think I have another Wonder Woman from Sensation Comics.
That's right.
That's older, but in this title.
Yeah.
I have 49 is my oldest, and now I have 52.
Oh, geez, that was close too, eh? That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 100% agree with Russ here.
You don't like even in the auctions, the early Wonder Woman and a lot of early DC really doesn't come up.
Yeah.
And like I was like, it was there. I was like, holy frig! Like, yep, give it to me right now.
Wow. Well, thank you. Oh, I'm floored. I'm stoked. I remember when I look at this cover, the first thing that I think of, and this isn't a cover that I'm all that familiar with, but the first thing that came to my mind, I remember as a childhood collector, I thought if I could just get a Wonder Woman comic book where she has those sandals on instead of the boots.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I'll be something of a collector then if I could get one of those. And the first one I got was probably an issue in the 130s or 140s or something.
Okay, like yeah. Hold it right up to the screen and show the boots again, or the sandals. Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
And the little wizard down on the ground too.
Oh yeah,
them. It's pretty fun because obviously the wizard's probably controlling this.
Yep.
This monster or whatever.
That is so awesome. Talk about a Wonder Woman Wednesday.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet, right? So, hey, Tony Fett.
Hey, Tony Fett. Look what I just got, a Golden Age Wonder Woman. Oh, man. Well, you outdid yourself. Thank you so much for thinking of me.
Yeah, I was pretty happy about that. I was really happy about, it's funny that I couldn't remember that Green Lantern book because it was one of the ones I'm really happy about, like, sending it to you. And I'm like, I can't even remember this, right?
So I'll do a quick little recap here for Tony and everyone else that's joined us. So I'll start from what I just showed and work my way on back. So I've got this awesome Golden Age Wonder Woman, second oldest Wonder Woman now in my collection, issue 52.
If you're recapping, you might as well make yourself big.
Okay. So 52.
Is mine in the mail? Yeah, for sure. It's on its way. Just got a bunch of them laying around.
This is one that Comic Fu would approve of, since he's the Green Lantern guy.
That's a good cover.
That's awesome. Got a great Justice League.
Yeah.
Got my last book I needed for my top 12 goal list for 2022, ASM. This awesome Avengers.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Great Daredevil with Black Widow co-starring. Awesome Alex Ross Timeless featuring Cyclops. The Millennium Edition of Action Comics #1. The Millennium Edition of Brave and the Bold 28. Some X-Men. This is 285. $220. Make sure when I get done recapping that I answer Old Wolf's question too about the X-Men. I said I would. $224. And $219, which is sweet. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. It was a good one.
Yeah. So let me look here while I got CLZ pulled up because I told Tony I would look to see what I'm missing. There is one book that I haven't shown in the comic book editions that I just picked up a couple weeks ago. So I'm not going to count that one, but I think the only one that I need.
Oh, I was trying to think of the question that you asked, but yeah, about the X-Men between 100 and 200.
I think it's 154. No, 155. I think.
We'll have to keep on a lookout.
Yeah, I think that's it. So that's not bad. Then I'll have a run from 113 through 220 something now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
At least 220.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like that stuff. It's cool when you can kind of fill those types of runs, right? So
exactly. Well, thank you so much for thinking of me. I'm very blessed, not only for the books, but especially for your friendship. And I hope you know how much I appreciate you. And I have some stuff for you that I've just been dawdling in. And honestly, the biggest problem has been finding the right package to mail around. And then I wasn't real crazy about mailing right before Christmas anyway.
Yeah.
Because you never know if something's, if they're just rushing stuff through and it's not,
big time.
You don't know. But I do have something for you. So we'll probably be doing another one of these live unboxings together, only reverse style.
Yep.
You will be the recipient probably, hopefully next month.
Oh yeah. No,
so, and there's some stuff there that I think, there's a few things that you know of for sure, but there's a few things too that I think will surprise you.
Good. No, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
And it is nice too. I mean, like, I'm sure everyone does it too. Is like we pick up books for each other that we know of as well. So like, you know what I mean? Like, you have books that you're going to find in your area that I'm not going to, and vice versa, right? Always looking out for each other and trying to, I love trying to help people like fill their collections.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. It's just, you're like, you just see the excitement, even if it's just virtually. Like, great. Like, oh man, I finally got that book. It could be a $2 book. You finally got that.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's great.
Well, I'm excited too, since I'm in a different area than where I had been most of my life. I honestly haven't done a lot of exploring for comic book stores like within an hour's drive from here. There definitely are some. Yeah. I just haven't done it yet. And I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm especially looking forward to more of the shows. There's one show that they had here in the town that I'm at. It was a lot of fun. And I can't wait to, I guess they do them about four to five of them a year is what I'm told.
That's
so they should have another one probably coming up in the first quarter. So
it's the only thing for my area. We don't really get a lot of shows. There's not a whole lot going on, but I do have a lot of comic shops within like a 3 or 4 hour drive range, which is always super convenient because I can do them at any point compared to waiting for a show. But it would be nice to have a couple more shows. That show that the one that I got that Wonder Woman at, there was a AF-15 there.
Oh, really?
Which was pretty awesome. And it was
I do remember you. I think I remember
0.5,
you telling me that you saw one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 0.5 or whatever, and I think they were trying to sell it for like, I don't even know, 14,000 or 11,000 or whatever Canadian. So I don't know, the difference. And I don't even know if it was. I mean, it could be GPA, it could be higher than grade point, but it was a cool book. Like it wasn't actually. I don't even think it was 0.5. I think it was a no number. Can't go to any other comic shops. I'm poor enough yet. But it was really, really cool to see because I've never seen a book like that live. Because I really don't like. My comic shops aren't bringing in huge books, right? So
yeah. I still remember taking a trip into Chicago. This would have been, around 2001, 2002 or so, and going to one of the Chicago comic book stores. One location of a chain, and seeing and quite honestly, this is before grading too. They had a Fantastic Four #1.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And just to see it because you just didn't see that book, It's
no. I remember just seeing like when I first was really starting to go to any shows, which again there wasn't many, but within like 2 or 3, I just kept seeing first Daredevil.
Yeah.
Or not Daredevil, first Punisher.
Oh, first Punisher, yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow. That was like a huge book to me because not that I wanted, of course I would have in my collection if I could, but like, they're just like, that's the thing. Lots of books at these shows, but not like major like keys at, especially then. Cause I think like Netflix was like hitting really, really hard too. Right. So I was like, oh my God. And you just don't see those books around where I'm at. Right. So,
my big memory with that first Punisher and ASM, that I could have bought that as a back issue as a childhood collector.
Yeah.
It was $10.
Jeez.
But $10 back then, that was like my entire budget.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted it, but here was my thinking. I'm like, I can spend my entire budget on one book, or I can come out with 13 or 14 books for $10 that are 100%. Back issues. And that's what I wanted. Hey, Mail, how you doing? Happy holidays.
Yes, sir.
I forgot to show in the recap as well. I have Wonder Woman oatmeal boxes too.
That's
that are
right.
Canadian exclusives.
Double them up.
Yeah. But you know, huge regret. I should have done it back then.
No regrets though, because what's in front of you at the time, right? So
yeah,
like I said, yeah, I mean, in that era, you weren't thinking of, what is this book probably going to be worth?
No, I wasn't thinking of that. I was thinking more of, I've got $10. I could probably get 13 to 14 books here, back issues, and I was thinking of which ones am I more excited on? Because at this time, there were a lot of times that I would read the Overstreet price guide as if it was a Bible. And a lot of times I'd be like, okay, Joe Costa's first appearance is in Avengers 160. So I'd ask for 160 and I wouldn't see the cover until they pulled it out of that box to show me that they had it. That's the first time I ever would see the cover of so many books.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's that memory, of...
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. It looks like Tony's spending his allowance just on new books, but yeah, the price of new books is, I don't know. I now that they're back doing all these incentives on the Wonder Woman title, I'm like, come on, guys, I don't want to spend $60 a month on really just one book, several copies of the same book.
Yeah.
But,
well, that's the thing. It makes it hard as just like a character collector.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like compared to like Run or whatever, right? So
I don't know how Spider-Man and Batman and even Superman collectors do it.
Yeah, so much.
I don't know how they do it. So, but yeah. So, any holiday plans?
Just Christmas with the family.
Right.
And I'm trying to work any of the days that we have. We're closed Christmas, we're closed New Year's, but those are the only 2 days we close a year. So there are a couple days that are like double time because it's like, Boxing Day, stuff like that. So I'm trying to work them. I just like, give me them all.
Yeah.
I need to be able to buy more comics. So please pay me more. Can't afford this.
Well, I wish you happy holidays. I thank you again for this wonderful stack of great books.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem.
I said I was probably going to read the Avengers first. Now it might be the Wonder Woman.
I was going to say, yeah.
So now that I see that that's an option, ooh, I'm going to have so much fun putting these into my CLZ.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially that one. I was pretty happy to find that. And I was so happy. It was like, if this is the only one he has, I'm probably just going to send it to him anyways and have 2 of them just to say I got you a very early Wonder Woman. I was like,
you did awesome.
Right? So, no, it's good.
Did I ever tell you the story of how I got my oldest Wonder Woman comic book? Because it was completely by mistake.
I don't know.
So issue 49 is the oldest one, and I was watching it on eBay. I was waiting to the last minute, and it was going really cheap. I had just gotten back from the grocery store, which over there, you don't use a decimal point when you're using your debit card.
Okay.
And I was bidding on this Wonder Woman like 10 minutes after I got back from the grocery store on my phone on the app. I didn't use a decimal point.
Oh, okay.
So I put in my high bid as like $2,600 and some dollars when I meant to put in like 260 or whatever it was,
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I'm doing all this with like 7 seconds left. And thank goodness it didn't go past. It ended up selling for the range that it should have sold for, which I was able to afford.
Okay.
But thank goodness someone didn't put in like $1,000 as their high bid, because I would have been so in trouble.
Oh yeah, big time.
So it was a complete accident that I ended up with that book.
That's hilarious.
So,
but a happy accident.
Happy accident, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Russ, $2,000. So. All right. Well, we're going to bring a close to this Comic Book Editions live video. Thank you guys for joining us in the live chat. If you're watching in the rewind, thank you as well. Happy holidays to everyone that's is a supporter of my channel and a supporter of Thomas as well. There's a link for his channel in the description to this video. So if you're not subbed, please do me a huge favor and sub up to him. And have yourself happy holidays and a great rest of your night. Thanks, Thomas. Take care, everyone.
Merry Christmas.